JD talking sports. If you're on Instagram Live, you can see me drowning under the water. I was just talking to my cousin Hal, and I do want to get to see him. I would love to be there for opening day, but we got a trip to Europe and all that stuff, and maybe you know what? Nothing's off the table. So we'll see what happens on that front. So much I want to talk about. So much. Cullum just saw for the first time that the Mets are having a dance team. We've already discussed that. HTJ does not seem that upset with the dance team. Everybody else was saying that's not really sports when you're talking about a dance team with your baseball team. Now, Soul Series today, yes, they did have a dance team, and the fans are up the whole game, and maybe it's a different atmosphere there. And I definitely have to do I did one of my brackets yesterday. I had UConn beating North Carolina, and I think I had Houston, Kentucky, and then I had Kentucky losing to UConn in the final. Am I going to stick with that? Brandon would probably be happy. Hey, what's up there, my man? I don't know if I'm going to be 100% behind that. Good afternoon to you, company of Jace. Happy birthday, Shari. Happy birthday. I couldn't remember the name of your dog today. I feel like if you're looking at my Instagram Live, I'm underwater, kind of like UVA last night, 27-14 at the half. 27-14, 14 points in the first half. I know they don't play a lot of offense there, but to lose, Jesus Christ, 67-42. I mean, okay, they scored 20 in the second half. It was, I know they could hit a shot, a bad day, people saying they shouldn't be in. And there's a great picture I got from a guy in the stands, which pretty much sums it up all right there, where it said Virginia basketball is Iowa football. Neither team can score. Or basically, I was going to make a comment about somebody I know that doesn't score a lot, but that's not really nice. And I really don't think anybody I know that's not really scoring. With the ladies. Yeah, Cullum sent me something from the from the MTV Music Awards, and it was he looked like Jim Carrey looked like he was, I don't know. He looked like he just came out of the Doors movie. He goes, "There's a lot of nice pussy out here today." And the way he said it, like with the cigarette and everything, and people were howling. Listen, can you say that now? I don't know. Will women get? Listen, I guess it would objectify women and they get upset. Kind of miss when people just said stupid shit and you could just do dumb things. Kind of like they were talking today on the chat. I just happened to catch a little bit. Maybe it was on one of the shows they listened to. But, HTJ was saying how ultimate frisbee is a sport, very strenuous. Yes, you got to chase after a frisbee, but please don't call it a sport. Ultimate frisbee was all the stoners, all the deadheads and everything. And I know it's on ESPN and people take it seriously. And I appreciate them that they take it seriously. But the longer we're talking about ultimate frisbee is longer than we ever need to talk about ultimate frisbee. You should never speak out loud about ultimate frisbee and never talk about it as a strenuous sport. Kind of like, golf. Well, you walk 18 holes. Big shit. You agree that it's a strenuous sport. Well, okay, great. Have you ever played ultimate frisbee? I don't think you could even play ultimate frisbee now. It's a strenuous sport. You consider it a sport. Really, Josh. It'd be great if you could come on to defend yourself. You love ultimate frisbee. Wow, dude. Dude, you're just going for it today, aren't you? You're just going for it. I love ultimate frisbee. I love it. Do you play frolf too? Are you a big frolf fan? You like playing that too? I could throw the shit out of a frisbee. That is something you never say out loud to anybody. I don't think you ever say it to anybody. You never tell anybody, "Hey, what's your skill?" "I can throw the shit out of a frisbee." Wow. Now, JD talks sports, but ultimate frisbee ain't a sport. And I'm glad you could throw the shit out of a frisbee. Yes, you're a bowling fan too. You bowl. Yes. Would I call that a strenuous sport? No. I did have a friend who curling is also a sport to you. So curling, bowling, ultimate frisbee, all those are sports to you, Josh. And the pendulum goes further and further down. Strenuous sports. I get in great shape when I bowl. It's it's vigorous. It's a vigorous activity for me. Vigorous. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I don't know. I was going to go, wow. Golf. Yes. Strenuous. Yeah. It's a skill. It's a skill. Hitting the ball over water, all that shit. I can't do it. They don't call race car driving a skill, but I guess if all of us could drive at 250 miles an hour, we'd be something. You can throw the shit out of a frisbee. Yeah. Wow. I guess you guys are in a different category than me. I'm a little speechless right now. I don't even know what to say in that situation. Wow. A lot of sports here. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we bowled as a kid. We cheated in our bowling league, and we ended up winning, finishing in the top three, but we cheated on our scores. Did we feel good about it? Well, the guy I was with was kind of like a slimy kind of guy, but I don't know if I felt good about it. Do I consider it a sport? Do I have to train for it? Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to bowl a lot, yes, to get good at it. Yes, and there is a professional tour, golf professional tour. I just don't think I hear a lot of people talking about, hey, I'm in an ultimate frisbee league. Yeah, I don't think I know anybody. I know guys in softball leagues, I know guys in bowling leagues. Curling, yes, there's curling around. I still don't understand. It looks like you're trying to whack off. So if you can whack off a lot, I guess you can do the curling really good because you seem like you have to do this a lot. You have to go really fast with your arm like this. And I guess we've all had practice doing this a lot. The pro tours are strenuous. Why? The travel? The qualifying tournaments? Yes. You have to play a lot of bowling games. Yes. You have to play a lot of games of bowling. But what's strenuous? A lot of the guys don't look like they're in very good shape there, Josh. I mean, well, I haven't really looked at the pros lately. There was a white guy with an afro that was out of control I saw last weekend. And they do wear colorful and garish outfits. But, I mean, are a lot of them in really good shape? I mean, the old guys that did it just looked like dudes who were smoking, drinking beers, and bowling in Milwaukee a lot. It seemed like a lot of tournaments were in Milwaukee. A lot of bowling in Milwaukee. And then people watching the bowling. That's another thing. Going to watch a bowling tournament. I guess if you're really into it and the best of the best, oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Saul has joined us. Saul has joined us. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. I wonder if Saul feels that ultimate frisbee, golf, and curling are sports. Throwing a 15, 16-pound ball hundreds of times a day. All right, I guess. I never really thought of it that way. I don't think I ever really thought about it, period. But then again, I just went through a fantasy baseball draft, and I'll never get that time back. And actually, it made me want to not do anything with baseball ever again. I really found the whole procedure really boring as shit. And I didn't care. Your wrist, elbows, knees, hamstrings. So are you training for this stuff? Josh, are you doing a rigorous training thing? Golf's a sport 100%. That's what Saul thinks. 100%. All right. Yeah, you're working all those. Huh. Oh, so let me ask. Bumbles. Is golf a sport? Bowling and is ultimate frisbee a sport in your opinion, Bumbles? That's what I want to know right now. We're doing some interesting talks right now. People rip biceps bowling. If I was a pro, yes, I'd train. But you do bowl, and Ernesto bowls, and you guys compete and everything in these tournaments and everything. I think you would do more, serious ass training and shit. Huh? Yeah. This is fascinating to me. This is a world yeah. So back to the fantasy baseball. Yeah, it was fun for maybe a round, but then when we got to like 10, 15, 20 rounds, I was done. I missed a couple rounds. I'm just going to give my money. The thought of having to put up a lineup every day is I'd rather do 3,000. I'd rather do 24 hours a day of podcasting than do a fantasy baseball draft. That's 3 games a session. That's what you guys play, 3 games a session. Are you sore the next day? Are you sweating when you bowl? Are you tired? Does it affect your third game? If you were in better shape, Josh, would your game be better? I would think bending over, if you have extra weight, especially in your core, would affect the way you spin it. You let it rip. So I would only think the better shape you are in bowling, the better would help your game. That's just me. But you're bowling like what, 250 a game anyway? But that's the thing, guy. It's different, right? I mean, I guess a guy bowling 250 and a guy bowling 260, there's a big difference, right? I mean, a lot of guys. What do you average a game? Yeah, okay, you agree. If you were in shape, you'd be better. What's your average a game in bowling? What do you average? Like if you, yeah. Oh, you don't bowl that often. So what is Ernesto bowl? I guess Ernesto's serious. So Ernesto's bowling over 225 a game. Is that what his average is? Okay, so when you bowl once a month, what are you doing? What are you shooting in a three? Do you play 3 games? What are you shooting if you bowl you have a 220 average? Dude, that's some serious shit, dude. Respect. 220, 220 you play once a month. So if you were if well, and you got 2 kids and you're working and everything, if you committed to bowling, like if you bowled, like got into it, how many times a week would you have to play? Seriously, to what do you have to is it like 7 days a week? Like they say a writer has to write every day, comedian has to go out and perform, if he can every night. You just got to keep going, working at it. Like everything. Like, do the podcast. If I take time off, I feel like, oh, I take a day off, I feel weird. What do you have to do? What would be how could I get your average up? You have to bowl every day? And you used to be that, right? You were when you were at your peak, what were you averaging? Your peak. That's what I know. What were you averaging at your peak? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Practice at least 5 to 6 times a week. Wow. Yeah, that's what I would think. I would think if you're really taking it seriously, like anything else, yeah, I can't work out. I'm not at the gym like I should be right now. So if I really was committed, I got to be there 4 or 5 days a week. And yeah, I got to get, I wouldn't even miss a day. And now I feel like I got to get back into doing what I have to do. So I realized that I did like 32 podcasts in 30 days, which is a little ridiculous for me. I think the most I've done is 40 days in a row. But there were some tour days I did when Michigan was out of town. 230 was my highest average. Dude, I'm impressed, dude. So I respect the ultimate frisbee. Still, to me, is you know, and if we're gonna get into it, the dance team for the Mets is just fucking stupid. I'm sorry, the dance team is just ridiculous. It's just the Yankees would never have a dance team. I watched the Soul series. Did you see that, Jake? Oh, you want to come on, dude? All right, all right. Hold on. Okay. I hate to do this to you. I think Saul wants to come on, and we will. Yeah, I apologize to you, Josh, because you've given me great stuff. But we're gonna go live with. Let's go live with Saul because I think Saul's got some good stuff that we can talk about. 2:30. Okay, hold on. All right.